Hey, what's up? Sixtario here. Today I'm going to be doing my 1 week usage review of the HTC One S from T-Mobile USA and the European Galaxy Nexus, which is GSM factory unlocked. Both are being used on my T-Mobile USA network, and yeah, I'm just going to go over my likes, dislikes, and yeah, just about these two devices. And going from my jailbroken factory unlocked iPhone 4S on 5.0.1. And I'm also going to be comparing it to that too. So, yeah. So let's just get right into it and get through the bullshit. So we'll start off with the HTC One S, since this is the one I'm currently using. And I'm just going to go off the basic specs of it. So with this one, you get a 4.3-inch AMOLED LED display, Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 1.5 dual-core processor, 16 gigs of internal storage with no SD storage. You get a 7.95 millimeter thin build, I guess, and 8 megapixel camera on the back with LED flash, and I believe 2 on the front. Not 100% sure, but yeah, it's there and whatever. Beats audio in the phone, which is absolute bullshit. Any phone that says Beats audio on it doesn't really have any quality over one that doesn't have that logo on it. What it's really meant for is the audio jack, which you put your Beats by Dre headphones in, and you're supposed to hear absolute clarity and all that shit, whatever they advertise. It's just a marketing tool. Don't believe it. I mean, honestly, my iPhone sounds a lot better with my Beats by Dre Studios than on this device. Everything just sounds a lot quieter and just doesn't sound as clear. But that's just me, I guess. I don't know. Has a 1080p HD recording with 60 frames per second, HDMI out, and Android 4.0 stock, which this one came with 4.0.3, and HTC Sense 4.0. And that TouchWiz bullshit is on here as well, so those of you like that, whatever. The Samsung Galaxy Nexus comes with a 1.2 gigahertz Cortex dual-core A9 processor, 5 megapixel camera on the back, LED flash, 1.3 megapixel camera on the front, 4.65 inch LED AMOLED display, and that little light that keeps blinking randomly all the fucking time. Let's see, just going over the physical features of this device. You got your volume buttons right here on the side, or your power buttons over here, power buttons up here on the One S. And you got your power button over here on the Galaxy Nexus, and your volume buttons on the opposite side as the One S. This one has absolutely no touch buttons or heat-sensitive buttons, whereas this one has 3 on the bottom. And that's what I like about the Galaxy Nexus, just looking at it. Now, let's just go ahead and go over, my last week using this device. So, just a few things that I like right off the bat. The cameras are definitely better than the iPhone 4S. Now, this is all going from an iPhone. I use Twitter quite a bit, and the extra LCD space is pretty useful, but not really much of a difference because, I mean, it's formatted for that screen. The 4G connectivity is actually surprisingly quick on this device. In some places I get up to about 24 megabits per second download, but an average of about 14 to 15, sometimes 16 in an average area. If I get a low connectivity, it's about 8 to 9 megabits per second, which is just an average 4G speed. On my Galaxy Nexus, which supports 4G HSPA Plus on both AT&T and T-Mobile USA, I get similar speeds, but not as good, since it's probably just because it's a factory unlocked European phone. Not sure there, but I mean, it gets 4G too. Just a few things that I do not like at all. Well, before I go into things I don't like, HTC's version of Android is my favorite version of Android, just because it's a lot cleaner, it's a lot smoother UI, and it's just better. And HTC phones are actually built quite better than regular Galaxy phones, which usually have a stupid plastic housing, which is really cheap. Now we go into things I don't like about it. So one thing I really don't like about this device is it's extremely unorganized. Well, not extremely, but it's not very organized. I should say that, I guess. Going from an iPhone that has, an iPod stock on it, you can manage it with iTunes really easily. This one, you could just hook it up to your computer, and it'll show up in your disk drive format, whatever. And you could just simply drag your MP3 files to the device and drop them in. And you can drop it to your music file, which will show up in this music app. And yeah. When I'm driving, I like to know where my songs are, by the artist or by playlist or, whatever. This device, it just throws everything in there by alphabetical order. It just throws it all in there. And yeah, when I'm driving, that's not very useful. Because maybe I want to listen to all songs by one certain artist or, in a certain playlist. Yeah, just managing music is just not that good on this. So, yeah, there's artists right there, but it's not as organized, and it's just kind of all over the place. And yeah, I just don't like that format. Also, preloaded apps. Because this is a carrier-specific T-Mobile phone, this does come with preloaded apps such as More For Me, Mobile Security, T-Mobile Hotspot, T-Mobile TV. I don't really mind those because, I never use them, but I don't mind them being there. It just sucks that they're there. The one app that I'm really pissed off that I just cannot remove because it's a stock app is the Facebook app. I don't have Facebook. I don't use it. I don't want it on my device. And I don't want someone using my device and getting on their Facebook account. I know, just don't use it or just root it and then get rid of it. But I don't like rooting and I don't like stock apps, especially Facebook. Which, that's just me, I know, but that's something that I really hate about this device is that you can't remove it. One thing that I do, however, like about this device that I forgot to mention is you can do the notifications in the lock screen, which was actually really surprising because most Android phones just don't do that. Which, the iPhone, you do have to jailbreak to get that, but we're not talking about the iPhone. We're talking about this little piece of shit. Also, the navigation is really awesome. 4G navigation, it's just awesome. Turn by turn, which iOS 6 will provide navigation or a better Google Maps for the iPhone. But until then, this kicks its ass. So, yeah. And instead of typing in something like on Google Maps on the iPhone, you simply tap, Speak Destination, I think. Yeah, tap Speak Destination. It'll record whatever you're saying, and it'll take you where you need to go. And that's what I really like. What else? My widgets are gone. Yeah. That sucks. So, widgets are also pretty cool for Android. They're not really as, oh my fucking god, I can do widgets on my phone, whereas the iPhone just can't. That's not really that much of a cool feature, but, that's just whatever. Honestly, I'm not a usual Android fan or Android user, but, this device is decent, but honestly, I wouldn't give up my iPhone for this. Yeah, it just doesn't do everything I want my iPhone to do. I know I can root it, and I can do custom ROMs and stuff, a ROM is basically just a theme, like you do on the iPhone, except you have to reroute your device every time you want to change your ROM, and that's just really annoying, and I don't want to deal with it. So, yeah. Anyway, let's go on to the Galaxy Nexus. I'm fucked up to my Android phones. Funny. So the Galaxy Nexus is actually the only Android phone that's actually impressed me. Now, I know it's Galaxy Android, Galaxy 4.0.4. This one is actually rooted with a Cyanogen mod, which I don't like it being rooted, but, it is the only device that can be fully unrooted, so I'm not really worried about it. Pretty much all the same shit that I just said about the the HTC One S, except this one doesn't have HTC Sense. The music is also pretty unorganized on this one. I mean, it's not really, well, not really all that. But I mean, I get 4G HSPA stock without having to root it or change anything. Pop my SIM card in, I'm good to go. Let's see, this one's been fully factory wiped, so I don't really have any of my shit on here. But I mean, it does what it does. And plus the fact that, and I like this music format much better than my HTC One S. What do I have on here? But it is still unorganized, and I can't really scroll through everything the way I like to, or as on my iPhone I do. But I mean, if you're to choose an Android phone to use for a long period of time, I would highly recommend this one. Then again, that's just me specifically. I never really utilized the root on this one, but it was enjoyable to use, I'll say that. And it was probably the only Android phone that's actually tempted me to stop using the iPhone. But then again, it is an Android phone, and it just doesn't have that same functionality that I like to have on my phone. Now, yeah, so I'm not really going to cover this one a whole lot, but I will recommend this one as opposed to the iPhone. Anyway, now let's go over the iPhone and why I choose to use this over the iPhone. Even though this only gets 2G Edge on my T-Mobile USA network, I like functionality over data speeds and shit like that. And yeah, it is 2:38 in the morning, so I'm kind of tired, but I'm doing this anyway. So I'm just gonna go over my basic jailbreak setup that I have on here. So I got the lock screen notifications along with IntelliScreen X, allows Twitter, Facebook, Google News. I don't use Facebook. Email, tap that. I can compose a text from anywhere, literally. Yes, I know I have Android lock on my phone. Fuck off. Same functionality when unlocked, of course. Got my stupid little scrolling, which that's called Barrel. On a regular HTC phone, you get that whole let's see, TouchWiz, whatever. I don't know what it's exactly called, but it's just like Barrel. But let's see. Okay, yeah, that's a stupid feature. I don't even know why I'm talking about it. So here's just a list of all the little tweaks I have on here. Now, the reason I like using the iPhone mainly is because it's the most customizable phone by far on the market. Now, out of the box, I mean, it has no features. It's a stupid phone, I know. I don't recommend anybody using it. It has a small screen, 3.5-inch screen, and yeah, I don't even need to go over the features. You already know what it has. But I like to use my phone for functionality, and I like to be able to customize every little bit of my phone to the way I like it to be. Everything from texting functionality. Say, for example, if I want to send a text to somebody and I don't want to send it to that person, so I'll say fuck you. Okay, yeah, fuck you, whatever. Don't want to send that, so I just tap cancel. I don't send the text. That is one feature that I have not seen on any Android phone, stock or rooted or anything like that. And if any of you are Android developers, I would highly suggest developing that, because that is a awesome feature to have. It's called X Messages. You can get it free from Cydia, just right there. Set it anywhere from 1 second up to 8 seconds. I have it set for 1.5. Another cool feature that I like is called Call Bar. When I get a call, instead of being bugged and the whole screen being taken up when I'm doing something, which I've really been annoyed with using these Android phones, both the Nexus and the One S. The whole screen gets taken up whenever I get a call, and I'm either in the middle of typing something, posting something on Twitter or something like that. Then I get a call, then either the message gets deleted that I was doing, or I don't know, bugs the shit out of me. Call bar just has a little bar come down. It's a clear bar. You can still use everything in your phone. You can answer, decline, and when you want to hang up, just swipe. You can tap the bar. Has all the functionality of the phone in that little bar. You don't have to go to your phone app or be bugged by that. Along with a Byte SMS, which lets you just get your text from anywhere, and you don't have to go in your messages app. Just tap reply and send a message, go right back to what you were doing, or close the app, look at it later, whatever, or close the message. Another cool thing, the multitasking is much better on iPhone, even stock. But then again, with the Jailbroken, you get the option of installing something called Switchy. Switchy just adds a second row of icons to your multitasking. Clear all apps, and your apps are all cleared. Well, there's a task killer on the Android phones, but I like that much better. Just simply swipe up with Zephyr installed, and you're in multitasking. I don't want to turn my volume down. If I want to open an application while in multitasking, simply draw a little thing like that. Yeah. And it opens applications just like that. That is called Gesterizer. You can customize that any way you want. Another cool thing that I was just barely talking about is called Zephyr. You do not have to use your home button hardly at all unless you want to just turn your device on, but that's about it. I don't really use my home button at all. I simply swipe up and I'm there. If I want to switch applications, 2 fingers up to however many fingers you want to set, swipe over, I'm in my next application. If I want to go to the home screen, swipe up, I'm at the home screen. If I want to go to multitasking instead, swipe up, hold, I'm in multitasking. Let's clear apps again. Also, there's a way you can get free apps on Android phones. I don't really use this, but it's called Installous. Tap it. Pretty much you get anything you can find in the App Store in this app for free. So paid applications are free on the iPhone as well as on Android, but it's a little bit more difficult to get those. Let's see what else. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot on here, but this is the way I like my iPhone to be set up, and this is how I like it to be. So if I want to play a song or something like that, I don't have to go into multitasking, play something. Yeah, let's play something else. So if I want to stop playing a song, instead of going to the Songs app, I can simply swipe like that. Just like that. If I want to skip to the next song, and just like that. Simple as that. I don't have to mess with my music app. I don't have to mess with my iPod app. I don't have to go to multitasking, just switch a song. I can simply just use my status bar. And also, if I want to start playing a song, yeah. And if I want to just lock my device, instead of going through all the trouble just to tap the lock button, simply double tap the status bar and it locks it. And yes, I do have the Nexus lock, which is awesome. That is obtained by using Springtomize 2, and yeah. Plus, because I have T-Mobile, everything is free on here, like personal hotspot, and I don't have to have any certain features paid on my phone. If my phone does it, I could just use it, just like my Nexus. So, if you like full customization, definitely go with the iPhone. But if you want a bigger screen and a dependable Android phone, go with the Galaxy Nexus. By far, it is the best Android phone on the market, even rivaling the Galaxy S3. Galaxy S3 is cool, but it's going to eventually become incompatible with updates, and you're going to be stuck on whatever that's on. Galaxy Note users, I kind of feel bad for you, but Then again, I don't, because you got that stupid big-ass phone. I've had 3 of them now, and yeah, not really too impressed. But anyway, yeah, that's just basically my rundown and review of the HTC One S, and which also kind of covered the Galaxy Nexus mostly. Basically, you got 404 Android, which is with CyanogenMod or whatever. I didn't really go over that as much as I wanted to, but then again, there's not really much to go off of anyway. I mean, it's an Android phone. It is what it is. HTC One S is cool, but I will be returning that to T-Mobile. I have no use for keeping it, and it's kind of stupid. And I might actually get the Galaxy S3. Who knows? I don't know. Or I might just get my stupid upgrade back. Anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, and yes, my iPhone back is clear. Watch my tutorials how to do that if you want to color change your iPhone. But anyway, then again, Android phone, go with Galaxy Nexus. If you want full customization, go with the jailbroken iPhone. Anyway, that's my review. I'm going to go to sleep now. I'm tired as shit. This is 6Tayo. Comment, rate, subscribe. And feel free to talk as much shit as you like in the comments. Just know, if you want to fuck on me, expect to get fucked on 10 times harder back. Anyway, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. See ya.